Johanna Kontas returns to the scene of her breakout appearance this week when she bids for her first major title as a genuine contender at the US Open. The 26-year-old burst into the public's consciousness in 2015 when she came through qualifying to beat Garbine Muguruza and Andrea Petkovic on her way to the fourth round. She then repeated that run last year, but after reaching the semi-finals at Wimbledon in June, Kontas is one of 8 women who could end the tournament on top of the world rankings, and following the withdrawal of Andy Murray, she stands as the leading British hope at Flushing Meadows. Here, we track Kontas' potential route to glory in New York. Krunic, who was born in Moscow but represents Serbia, enjoyed her best Grand Slam run in the 2014 US Open, when she beat third seed Petra Kvitova on her way to the fourth round. But that 6-4 win 3 years ago was the 24-year-old's only success over a top 10 player, and she is yet to crack the top 50 of the women's game. Don't expect her to provide any undue early concern for Kontas as she looks to hit her stride. Assuming Larson dispatches world number 227 Ajla Tomljanovic in their first round meeting, Kontas will face the Swede in the second round. Larson, 29, has one singles title to her name on the WTA Tour, having finally won the Swedish Open in 2015 after 3 previous runners-up appearances. She has 2 wins over top 10 players, the latest being a 7-6-6-1 victory over Roberta Vinci in New Haven last year. Although she has been as high as world number 15, Julia Goges has never been past the fourth round in a Grand Slam event. Seeded 30, she will be potentially the first seeded opponent for Kontas, who will be aware of the danger posed by the German after losing 6-2, 6-3 on the clay in Paris in the first round of the French Open in 2016. Georgia's 2 career WTA titles came in 2010 and 2011, but she's shown some good form recently, having reached the quarterfinals in Cincinnati thanks to top 10 wins over Aniska Radwanska and Elena Svitolina. Projections start to get a bit sketchy here, but there will certainly be an upward curve in the quality of opponent by the end of the first week, with 11th seed Dominika Sabalkova perhaps the obvious pick. Home favorite Sloane Stephens also features in this section, but Croatian teenager Anna Kontas has 2 wins over top 10 opponents this year, against Kontas in the Fed Cup, and over Sabalkova at Wimbledon in June, when she reached the fourth round. Kontas reached the quarterfinals at Flushing Meadows last year, and would provide a stiff test to Kontas' bid to make it into the second week. Simona Halep must navigate her way past the returning Maria Sharapova in the first round. Not an easy task given the second seed has lost all 6 of her meetings with the Russian, but if she does manage to finally best Sharapova, expect Halep to be Kontas' opponent in the last 8 in New York. The two have recent form against each other, with Halep beating Kontas 6-4, 7-6 on her way to the final in Cincinnati earlier this month, but Kontas has won their 3 other meetings, 2 of which came on hard court. The other clash came in the quarterfinals at Wimbledon this year, which saw Kontas come from a set down to book her place in the last 4 and prove her Grand Slam nerve. Should Kontas get past Halep, Garbine Muguruza is the favorite to be lying in wait. The 23-year-old, born in Venezuela but representing Spain, has never been past the second round in New York, but that luck's certain to change this year. The Wimbledon champion is the favorite for the big prize here, after showing fine form in the build-up. She needed just 57 minutes to dispatch Halep in the final in Cincinnati, proving that although she says clay is her home, she's just as dangerous on the hard court. There is hope for Kontas, though, as she has 2 wins from their 3 meetings, including in the second round here in 2015. And so to the final, where Karolina Pliskova could be all that stands between Kontas and a maiden Grand Slam title. The Czech right-hander is a year younger than Kontas, but was confirmed as world number 1 in July, and reached the final in New York last year, where she lost to Angelique Kerber despite being 3-1 up in the final set. Pliskova has the advantage over Kontas in their head-to-heads, winning 5 of the 6 meetings, although Kontas' one success came on the hard court in Beijing last year. Sky Sports Tennis will have all the action from the US Open covered via our website www.skysports.com/tennis with our live blogs and updates throughout the fortnight as the Grand Slam year reaches its climax. On the move. Head to our app for mobile devices and iPad, or follow our Twitter account at SKYSPORTSTENNIS to join in the conversation. Who will win the US Open titles this year? Have your say. We will also have coverage of the World Tour Finals in November with every match live on Sky Sports.